Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at some comments that Ian Mcdiarmid has made, breaking the silence on his return as Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker, and Palpatine being revealed to be a clone. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding Star Wars Coffee for the first time, be sure to always hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And don't forget to check out Star Wars Coffee on Twitter and Twitch. And don't forget to check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise. Links are in the description below.
Do it!
And now let's go to a galaxy far, far away.
This is the way.
The return of Emperor Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9 was something that many fans didn't see coming. After Snoke's demise in The Last Jedi, it was assumed that Kylo Ren would be the big bad of the trilogy after all. However, this was not the case, as we ended up getting Bendemption, and we ended up seeing Emperor Palpatine reprised by the magnificent Ian Mcdiarmid. Ian Mcdiarmid was at a fan event over the last couple of days and has revealed some information about Palpatine and being a clone. He actually dropped some information on us that shocked me. I'll make a comment about that, but first I'm going to play that for you, so that way you guys can hear everything that Ian said about Palpatine being a clone in The Rise of Skywalker. Let's check it out.
That cloning thing, yes. Well, of course, there were all sorts of explanations for why I might return. But it's interesting, there was, I think I can reveal something. At one point, the script had the line in that first scene with Adam, when he says, "You're a clone." And I said in that original script, which is no longer with us, more than a clone, less than a man. Which seemed to me to sum him up, really, because we knew that, well, the camera has already snaked past the clone tank, in which there are various versions of Snoke that you probably noticed. Spin it back and have a look. Well, you can't yet, can you? But you'll be able to once it's on Disney Plus, I think, not too far distant future. Yeah, so Snoke was a clone. He did. Palpatine was responsible for everything. He made everything in one way or another. And that's, talk about power early on. If you think back from, and I'm sure you will, go back to watch them in the correct sequence, that's threaded throughout all of the movies, is this sense of evil. And in a sense, when everyone commits a bad act, it's because of this character's influence, either in public or pervasively in private.
So Ian Mcdiarmid in this interview clip said something that I think should shock most of us, and that was the fact that while Palpatine is a clone, and we know that now, and now that seems to be widely known based off of the leaked information from the Rise of Skywalker novelization, which I did a video about that, so if you guys want to check that out and see the context of what Palpatine was and how it's revealed that he's a clone, I have the excerpt from that in this video that I will link right here with a card, and I'll put it in the description below. But one thing that Ian revealed is that in the original version of Episode 9 of JJ's version, when he brought Palpatine back, it was going to be much more obvious that Palpatine was going to be a clone. And Kylo Ren was going to just tell him, "You're a clone," and Palpatine, in Ian's voice, uses the Palpatine line, "less than a clone," or yeah, more than a clone, less than a man, which is just would have been so great for us to see in the actual film, because that would have tied up a lot of us moving forward from that point of first revealing Palpatine when Kylo Ren first meets him on Exegol after he says, "What can you give me?" and he says everything. That would have just tied up the rest of it of how is he back, and trying us to rattle our minds around this for a couple of minutes after we first reveal Palpatine is back. So this would have been good for us to know, and it should have been in the teasers or trailers, just that little voiceover line, more than a clone, less than a man type of thing. That would have just given a lot more context to the fact that how Palpatine is back, and when the Resistance doesn't know, neither do we. So it would have been good for us as the audience to know what was going on and watch the Resistance kind of still take on the challenge, I think. So Ian McDiarmid definitely knew Palpatine was going to be a clone this whole time, so clearly he knew it was a clone, because in the original version, it was a clone. So the novelization continues to pick up on that cue that it was a clone. I don't know if JJ had any input on that, or the deleted scenes made this clear or something. Hopefully we'll see that when the Rise of Skywalker makes its way to the DVD and home release. But up until that point, I don't think it was as obvious to many fans that Palpatine was supposed to be a clone, because I definitely didn't know that he was supposed to be a clone. I thought he had somehow survived the fall, considering he was being moved around by some big robotic arm, and the fact that he looked like crap and he didn't look great, which just clearly means that the cloning process wasn't perfected, hence more than a clone, less than a man type of deal. So if they had just added that line, it would have made the whole thing much more clear, and we wouldn't be going through all of this confusion as fans, finding out now that he was a clone. But let me know what you guys think about this with the comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, may God bless you and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.